Before anything else, do not watch this video if you haven't seen episodes 1 through 6 of Nanbaka, as I will be discussing events that take place during these 6 episodes which could easily be considered spoilers. So if you're planning on watching this series at a later date, or just interested in it alone, pause this video, go check them out, then come back. Assuming you've seen these 6 episodes and you understand my reasoning for this video, continue. So, brief summary of Nanbaka. It's pretty much 4 main characters, Jugo, Uno, Rock, and Niku, sent to Nanba, the top-class prison in an undisclosed area. It's the best of the best, and these 4 main characters are troublemakers. They've broken out of prisons worldwide. No prison can contain them, so they sent them to the best of the best. And honestly, Nanbaka itself, it's a prison comedy. It's kind of a gag anime, a gag comedy. It has a lot of hilarious moments. It does feel repetitive here and there. There are speed bumps, but honestly, it's one hell of a fun time. And before I talk about certain events that really motivated me to make this video, there's just a couple other things I want to address right off the bat. Nanbaka itself is eye candy to the ladies, pretty much. It's absurd. Its characters are absurd. Its designs are absurd. Studio Satellite's animating this, and it's like gonna be 12 or 13 episodes. It's a fall 2016 anime, so it's currently airing. The guys sparkle. You have these outrageous hairstyles or hair colors, and it brings a lot of emphasis on the sparkles and sometimes the muscles on them. So it's pure fan service for the ladies, and there's nothing wrong with that. Guys get a lot of fan service these days in anime, so there's that. So if you can endure lady fan service, then you'll find yourself in for a very fun ride with this series. It can get outlandish, and the characters themselves have interesting quirks. Like, Jugo, he's useless at a lot of things. He's lazy, and he's the most interesting of them, but more on that in a little bit. But he can unlock anything. There's nothing he can't unlock. More on that later. You have Rock, who's super strong, but he loves food. He'll do anything for food. Niku, who is a fucking otaku. Almost a weeaboo. And he's been drugged beyond belief. Now he gets power-ups from this, and he has, like, diseases that aren't harmful or anything. They're just side effects, like if he touches you, your hair poofs up or something like that. He makes for a very fun character. And then you have Uno, who's this gambling, womanizer, ladies' man that just loves the ladies and the money. Their interactions alongside Hajime, Satoru, and Yamato make for a very interesting routine. It's a day-to-day life for them and these boys in prison. As they break out, they never get fully outside of Nanba prison. Hajime always continues to just reel them back in and put them back in their cell before it becomes a stain on Nanba's perfect reputation. And then you have the warden and then the other supervising officers. And I don't know how I feel about the other supervising officers. They're unique in their designs and personalities. Some are kind of interesting, some are just going, okay, you need to stand like 20 feet away from me at all times. Oh my god. But the warden, Momoko or Momo, oh my god. She is so fucking adorable. She has a super intimidating aura and appearance, but she turns into this just blushing, like, schoolgirl whenever she talks to Hajime or thinks of him. And Hajime is oblivious to her love. Whenever he looks at her, or whenever she's staring at him, it looks like she's glaring, so he kind of gets scared off. So that makes for some interesting interactions there. Now, voice acting, major fucking props. They chose quite a good amount of voice actors. Jugo and Musashi are my favorite voice actors. Musashi alone, his VA shares characters with Reiner, Well from Danmachi, Daryun from Arslan Senki, and several others. That, like, at first I didn't realize it was him. I think his name's like Yoshimata Yorisu or something like that. Correct me if I'm wrong, and sorry for mispronunciations. I'm American. Yeehaw! And then Jugo, his inner monologues, and when he's shouting, especially in episode 6, when he's screaming, "Answer me!" Oh my god. One of my favorite voice actors right now. Just, you can feel the emotion in his voice. You can feel when he's being lazy or when he's not too caring about anything, when he's interested, and when he's pissed. You can feel the emotion in his voice. And I think his voice actor is like Urimu something. It's kind of hard for me to pronounce. And then, the animation. Holy shit. It can get a little outlandish. It does do the sparkle effect and try to emphasize the guys and give the ladies a nice bit of fan service. But when it focuses on, like, the action, it's kind of fluid. It makes for a very fun ride. And I love the character designs, actually. The outlandish character designs, since this is a manga adaptation, it goes well with that. So, good job, Studio Satellite. Good job. Now, soundtrack. Here's where my absolute favorite section of Nanbaka is. The opening and ending are strangely addicting. I can't bring myself to skip them whatsoever. The opening, I think it's Numbers. Oh my god, that's a contender for anime opening of the season for me. And then the ending, when the characters are kind of talking / singing, and then Hajime ends off with his yelling. I can't skip that either. It's both adorable and just hilarious. So there's that, and then the soundtrack for episode 6. Jesus fucking Christ. God damn. You know what? I'll address that when I just talk about episode 6. Moving on. It's time I ask the most important question. Am I watching the same anime? Am I watching the same anime that I set out and watched during episodes 1, 2, and I think 3? Because it sure doesn't seem like it. We go from this gag comedy prison anime to this battle tournament. Well, it's still comedic. And then we go to this battle shonen with a surprising turn of events. Am I still watching Nanbaka? The same Nanbaka? Episode 6 changed everything. It changed everything. First of all, it ended in a fucking cliffhanger, which I'm slightly salty about, because based on that preview, it doesn't seem like we're going to be getting a continuation of what just happened right away. No, it's going to focus on the fake ninja. I don't even give a shit about the fake ninja. It might make for a good, like, small sad story, as it said, like a touching sad backstory or whatever, but it seems to be taking place at the same time the events that are taking place at the end of episode 6 are. Let's just... Number 15, Jugo. That's his inmate number. Personally, my favorite character of the show. And the main focus of, like, the last 4 or 5 minutes of episode 6. And what happens raises my interest levels in him by 10-fold, if not 100-fold. Episode 1 establishes that he has shackles on him, on his arms, legs, and neck, that he can't remove. He can't unlock. And that's a significant thing, because he can unlock anything. Fingerprint scans, eye scans, voice recognition, keyboards. You can even do just regular patterns. Hell, Rubik's Cubes and those metal ornament things you do where you pull them apart after figuring them out, the metal puzzles, he could do in seconds. He's a master of unlocking. Yet he can't remove these shackles. During his time at one of his old prisons, this man with the scars on the back of his neck, it's like a 3 scar and then a line over it, he was dressed up as a guard and put these shackles on him. And it was never further clarified why or what his reason for was. And what did it mean. Until episode 6. Jugo pursued this scarred man all over the world. He was prison hopping, searching for him so they'd be taken off. They were a reminder to Jugo that he needs to find the scarred man. This mysterious man that somehow has the secret of putting them on and unlocking them. World-renowned scientists and researchers and no one else could remove these shackles but that man. And Jugo's been pursuing him, and it led him to Nanba. There's nowhere else for him to run. And we still do not know the full identity. All we have is one clue. The scars on the back of his neck. And it's revealed in episode 6. The shackles can mutate. The scarred man, the mysterious man, tampered with Jugo's body composition and turned him into a fucking monster. These shackles transform whenever he turns into a berserk state. They turn into these long-ass, badass blades, and he looks like a complete fucking beast. Musashi, an old cellmate of Jugo from we don't know what prison, apparently caused Jugo to go into his berserk state sometime in the past, and Jugo destroyed his eyes. And in episode 6, when he talks about how his eyes were destroyed by Jugo and his fierceness, it makes you really think, wait, Jugo did this? How is that possible? Jugo can't fight. Did he catch you off guard? Did he have a weapon? And it just kind of builds the intrigue. And then it happens. He pushes him farther. He lets Jugo know about that he knows the guy with the scars. He knows some information on him. And Jugo starts screaming, "Answer me, answer me, answer me," and just going absolutely fucking crazy. Oh my god. It was a sudden change in his personality, sudden shift. Like, no one should have been expecting that except manga readers. Anime onlys, let me know right now if you were expecting this turn of events. They've been slightly building this up. After episode 1, I thought maybe they dropped all, like, semblance of interest in that, and it was just going to be episodic like it was. Then we get the battle tournament, and then we get the introduction of Musashi. Jugo has been interesting since episode 1, when he made those fucking eyes. Props to Satellite for doing that. That animation right there, and then the eye trail. I'll probably put this on screen right about now. Just god damn. Jugo makes some of the fucking most badass eyes. Nanbaka, just the turn of events, and Jugo's transformation at the very end of episode 6 makes it a contender of anime of the season for fall 2016. It might be a dark horse, or if it continues down this path, it could be a massive dark horse and make it very, very underrated for those who dropped it before episode 6. The fucking soundtrack, though. Oh my god. Once Musashi cornered Jugo against the wall, and Jugo was bleeding and everything. Great animation, by the way. The soundtrack kicks in, and it's god levels. Oh my god. I haven't heard, like, soundtrack this good since ReZero or My Hero Academia. Not all series have outstanding soundtracks, and these ones that focus on, like, sparkling boys, these fabulous boys, you don't expect it in this. You expect it in more, like, serious, action-packed battle shonen. Nanbaka shifted into battle shonen for a little while, and it still pisses me off. Since we're getting the fake ninja one, we probably won't hear this badass soundtrack or another badass soundtrack until probably episode 8, when the fight is continued. Because at the very end, right when it ended up, Jugo has gone berserk. He's pissed. He's pissed. He's pissed. And he's shouting and everything. And it makes you think, how is everyone else going to react? Because Musashi can control fire at will. The spontaneous combustion theory and all that, he can control it at will. And it shocked the warden, Inozuki, his supervising officer, Hajime, Jugo, Uno, and all that. It shocked all of them. No one knew about it except him. And it comes to light that apparently these shackles have more worth than we initially thought. This was before the big reveal. Those shackles, since they could turn into the blades, Musashi wants them. He wants them. They grant some sort of power. And it might be like a manifestation to keep Jugo's body from fully transforming into a monster. And Musashi wants them. So he's willing to kill him to take the shackles, since Jugo can't unlock him, and the only one who can is the mysterious man with the scars. Overall, the last, like, 5 minutes of Nanbaka had outstanding animation, an epic soundtrack, so many apologies. I'm at a loss for words, okay? The ending of episode 6 left me fucking speechless. I rewatched it for well over an hour, over and over and over and over and over. And it still left me speechless. These sudden turn of events make me happy to be an anime-only watcher. Though, it did bring about the urge to go read the manga, because I'm willing to bet it has a continuation of the fight, and I don't want to wait, like, 2 weeks for a continuation. So, with this, it makes me wonder, who is the man with the scars? How does he have this power? Because chi and fire and all these fantasy elements, these supernatural superpowers and all that, exist in this world. Who the hell is the man with the scars? And we know Jugo. Could it be an innate genetic ability from the Eternal Fugitive, which is Jugo's father? No clue. But Episode 7, Episode 8, and further on have me excited. So let me know your thoughts. Were you expecting this anime onlys? Check out the links down in the description. It'll take you to Nanbaka. Watch these 6 episodes. Go check out my Twitter, Facebook. If you want to see what I'm watching for fall or anytime, go check out my Hummingbird. I usually update it right after I watch an episode. So, hope you enjoyed. Watch lots of anime, read lots of manga. OuterX Nation here, signing out. Bye-bye, guys. Have a good one.